Yo, what's up? It's Kayla. I'm here. Second game of the day. The last one was UBL. Check that out. Probably, unless I did not upload it, but alright. So very interesting matchup. We're going up against a team with Urshifu and Slowking, Galar, Terra, and Talion is a bit scary. Who else? Dashbun. I don't know why. I said Dashbun. Typhlosion, Hisui with Terra. Kabalion's gonna be tough to deal with defensively. Regieleki, Skarm with Spikes, Swampert with Swampertness, and then a little Eggy. So, very interesting team. I feel like it's definitely constructed in a way. Yeah. So I just need to see the format. They not gonna send it? Do they want me to send it? Is that the hold up here? Gen draft. I assume no Terra preview because stupid. Brother, just send the challenge. See how easy it is? Well, I picked the wrong team. Where is this team? Untitled 49. I don't see an untitled 49. See 48. See 46. Why all the way at the bottom? Why is it out? Okay, Wi-Fi. So it's gonna be interesting. I'm curious as to what they bring. I'm sure Intellion's gonna come. I should probably team break down this. So we have Hisui and Samurott with Ceaseless Edge. I might lead it. Of course, depends on what they bring. I'm assuming a Regieleki lead could happen because there is no Regieleki or Glowking, which actually is a bummer because I feel like I was relying on Glowking being around. Inteleon came. That is not surprising at all. Typhlosion Hisui did not come. So I think that's going to make my life a little bit easier, and I did not put sharpness on this. I did not put sharpness. Let me see if all these are right. Even one hammy anyways, so. And they don't have any way of clearing hazards anyway. I don't really mind. I feel like I'm fine with hazards. Of course, I have some guys who aren't as fine, but for the most part, I think hazards are okay. Honestly, I could leave, but if they lead Inteleon, we obviously swap. We don't know what their Terra is, etc, etc, etc. Do they even get plot? I know it gets SD and it could do funny things like that. Well, not really funny, but it could do interesting things like that. I want to click Sacred Sword here. Do I? No, I'm just gonna go Clef. Clef is like, why would I not go Clef is really the. And then we can see if it's protective pads. We can sort out its set. I'm really sad I don't have sharpness because that would have been great. And this is not boots or scarf or, well, I meant protective pads or punching glove or Jason. I know when I ran Rapid Strike, I would not run that kind of shit. Alright, let's see if they're a swapper. Let's see if they're someone who likes clicking flip turn, U-turn. That matters. Cool. This is the second time this happened where Regis gets crit and it matters a shit ton. That sucks. That really sucks. It could be scope lens, but it's just a brutal crit. I have to, I'm assuming they're sniper. And if they're not, then it's like, maybe we live this next one, but assuming they're sniper, that's a brutal crit. That's a brutal crit. You could argue maybe I should have gone Thwacky there, but that's, I guess we get to see their Terra type, if they're Terra electric or if they're Terra something, but that sucks. That sucks. I meant to Terra. Is Terra even valuable? Is Terra even I don't even think Terra is that valuable. I really don't. I'm just gonna click Thunderwave and save it for Thwacky or save it for Flamingo. So yeah, are gonna U-turn, which is good. If they bring in Urshifu, that would be great. Pretty much if they bring in anyone but Swampert, this is already a great start. So just bring in Hammy. Let's get these spikes up. Let's just get in Hammy. Yep, you can knock that off, and then we Sea Sledge, and then we could also flip and get someone that I think Ceaseless is a bit better. We get spikes up. We can start doing shit. Zarina could come in. If that comes in, that's gonna start knocking, and it could be an issue. We might have to go hard Thwacky on that. I don't really want to. So maybe we do flip turn. Maybe we just flip turn here on a Zarina or something else, or maybe they. No, I feel like they stay in and just flip turn. So I think Ceaseless is probably the best play we can make. So I don't want to get knocked off. I don't want them predicting and flipping knock because that's very safe to do. They go Skarm. is this. Let's go Clef, because there's no way you're offensive Scarm. And then we can start pressuring this on this. I don't really have a good Clef thing, really don't. I can start parrying things too, because that is the game plan right now. And we gotta spike up. Maybe we go Thwacky. We get the spike, possibly. I don't know. I'm just gonna go Clef. I feel like it's safe. If they want to spike, that is super fine. T-Wave. If they want to go back to Swampert, that's also fine. We just go back to Hammy, and we... But Urshifu's now taking Chip, which is really good. That's fine. They're gonna try and knock, obviously, so we just go Sammy. Or Hammy, might be. If they want to flip, that's also something to consider, but I cannot risk this getting knocked off. We're just gonna Ceaseless. This has been a tough battle. If I had the right ability, I think that would change some stuff, but what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Torrent, I guess, is gonna come into play shortly if they go Scarm. What do is go Scarm. Just Ceaseless again. You have so many boots, holy shit. Holy shit, so many boots. I'm fine with if they spin. That's why I did that. But I know I'd rather just get rid of boots. Hand me back into the game eventually. And there we can just do whatever. If this wants to knock, I hate this team. Hate this team. There's so much just knock bullshit. Oh, like dog. Way to have fun with the game. Way to have fun. I'm just gonna U-turn. Should live this completely fine. And then I can just go Flamingo, free Era CC, right? Should just blows everything up. Blows everything up. And this is 1 point faster than Zarina. Obviously, it's not Scarf, it's not anything like that, so... Terrified, pretty much banded and scarfed on this. Should kill. Perfect. If they want to go Urshifu, that's also completely fine. We also just did reveal Scarf, which I think is perfectly fine. If they want to go Urshifu, that reveals that that's probably Scarfed. Pretty much whoever they go. Well, I guess if they go into this, but... Regice, we live. Alright, that's crazy. Fine. We live everything. I think I just want Chip on it, but at the same time, he's just so incredible. He's really incredible here. And I also want that knock. Or I want that, pretty much I cannot give Helmet, because that is the only way I lose to Urshifu. That's the only way I lose. That is interesting. I want to knock here. Yep, get rid of something. Oh my god! Get the fuck out with these boots. Holy shit. Oh my god. 1, 2, 3 Mons with boots? What the hell is your issue, bro? Oh my god. I'm not letting you... It's fine. I will sack there. Get a spike. At least 1 spike should be enough spikes, in my opinion. Perfect. And then we can just go into left. Or actually, we probably double. Probably get the left. Perfect. 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 And then we just Energy Ball. Free. This is gonna do, imagine, more than 54. If Eggy wants to come in, we have Clef, we have Regice, who's getting HP, and then we always have Scarf Flamigo in the back, so once things start getting weak, it's gonna be a lot easier to win the game, in my opinion. My humble opinion. So it does suck. That crit is the worst crit imaginable. If that crit doesn't happen, I think this game is a lot easier to play, because now I'm like, oh my god, I have to worry about Eggy and I have to worry about Inteleon. My whole prep was Regice is gonna be the special wall and it's gonna be able to get Chip. And I can't now because of that. I also might switch its Terra to Grass instead of Fire, because I think having the Grass resistant is really nice, especially when I look at a matchup like this where it's like, oh my god, I could really use it. But we're gonna get that kill. If they want to go Eggy next, Eggy gets knockoff, right? This whole team is just knockoff spam. Knockoff, get up spike is what his plan is what it seems to be. It gets knock. Of course it gets knock. Why would it not get knocked? So this comes in, so it is scarfed, right? Either way, I go Clef on it every time. I don't need to think. This is getting more Chip for Flamigo. And Flamigo's the end whatever. You know what I mean. He's the end game. Even if they want to get in someone like Inteleon, I can sack Regice to bring in Flamigo, right? I'm in a perfectly fine position right now. I don't know if I'll win this game. You turn comes out to bring in something Inteleon, but I'm hoping that I can just T-Wave here. Should live. Perfect. I'm gonna need a para real quick. I'm gonna need a para. No, we're actually fine. We're actually fine. We could just go Regi, sack it now, and go into Flamingo. That is super fine. We just click T-Bolt. Pick up a kill. This is faster still, right? That's funny. But now we just go Latios and we can Draco, we can Energy Ball. There's a lot of shit we could do. I think I'm just gonna elect to Energy Ball. They bring in Eggy. I think I fucked myself over with the Clef play. I also didn't really have another play, so I just have to Energy Ball here. Hope they don't go Eggy. If they go, do I play off of Choke? Is that how this works now? Because I have to. I guess I have to just. I guess I have to Draco or Luster Purge, the other option. So I guess I'll Luster Purge. I don't even know. It should kill, right? It should. But I have to play off them going to Eggy. If they go into Eggy, that's super fine for me. They did not, so they can go Urshifu here and they can kill it. I think Flamingo is fine. I think Flamingo can still end up winning this game. Yep. We go into Clef, we sack it, we know the deal. We could also just go Flamingo. I think Flamingo is really funny to go, but yeah, we just go Clef, we sack, get it chipped even further. Maybe they choke Ghost Armory. I don't even think does Braybird kills, right? Braybird has to kill. No, this is a tough one. This is a tough one. I felt like I prepped well. I think turn one was just, or not turn one, but the Regi's turn was a little unlucky, but even then I can't really blame me, right? So hopefully we can Moonlight here. If they don't, they're probably just gonna roost, and if they roost, that'd be great. They did not. Do we just go, let me go and win the game? I think, right? CC? Just CC here. And then, dude, save the crits for later, man. Save the crits for later. We need the spawn to win, so I think we're forced to make a Latios play for no reason. We're actually just better. I don't know what this Endure shit is. They don't know how mechanics work. They lose. That was a play. That was a play. If they want to sucker here, be cool. They forgot how mechanics work. I don't know what the set was, what this Endure protect, if it was chop, or not chopple, if it was like some kind of berry, but that was definitely a throw. So we will take it. I was very scared of this thing, of it doing anything, and it did something. It did something. Oh my god, sorry. But this is gonna kill, and then we just go U, and we click CC, and that will be GG. Awesome. Good job, Flamingo, man. Flamingo is just the GOAT. I love him so much. Nice crit. Nice, fake Wicked Blow crit. Or fake, Flamingo crit. Damn. Well, I am... But, definitely interesting. I didn't really think I deserved to win that one. Especially with how the end went, but you take wins. You don't complain. You take the win. I was not expecting boots spam to come. I was just not expecting that. Obviously I have spikes, so I should have probably expected something adjacent would come, but I was not expecting that. Hydro crit was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. I'm not sure, because this did 25, so I don't know how much the crit does. I'm just not sure. But if that was a crit that was supposed to do half of the damage, I would have been at a fourth of my health. Or I would only have a fourth loss. So, in fairness, I think that this endgame made up for the crit on Inteleon. I know it was just a 6%, but that 6% swung the game dramatically in his favor because I lost an Inteleon check. I lost my Executor counter. I just did not. But I got really lucky with a couple of these plays, especially I think, if I'm being completely honest, I think, where is it? This Thwacky saved the game. The rapid spin, fine, whatever, right? But for that too, I think I would have been fine, because that's 10. 20 would have put me at 55, 30. I'm fine. I still live no matter what. It just puts this in a bad range, but I don't need it, right? My whole plan was to get Flamingo into the game, so that happens here. Get it Terra'd, and then start clicking buttons. And we get Regis in on... I don't know. I still do not know what this Executor set is, but get in. Even... I find this game so fascinating because at every possible point, I felt like I lost, right? I pretty much got all the T waves wrong. I felt like when I got the T wave, I played that one wrong. I felt like I just made mistake after mistake after mistake, and I was still in this game. So I don't know if that's just, hey, maybe my opponent also had a bad game, or this matchup was just so good for me that it didn't really necessarily matter, even with the misses and whatnot. So, but I got Thwacky back into this game. So it does matter because I think that kills. So only one triple axel landing also matters. So definitely, I think I got a little bit more luckier just because of triple axel, doing what that did, and all of that. But I thought this turn 20, turn 19 was the play because that spike was so crucial into confirming some kills, into getting chip on Pert, because I don't have any way of dealing with Swampert, right? I have no, I cannot deal with this mon without Thwacky. So getting the spike up and being able to keep that spike up, because Garmy couldn't defog, or not defog, it couldn't set up its own spikes, it couldn't roost off any damage, so it put that in low range for Flamigo, and it was just perfect storm. So what, Latios gets this kill, Clef comes in, U-turn, sack get the para, then sack Regice, then Latios gets a kill, sack Clef to get more chip on Urshifu, sack it, Flamigo, 1, 2, or this gets to kill. So I think they had 3 each, right? This got Urshifu, Skarm, and Zarina, and the other got 3 each. So pretty cool shit. Pretty cool shit. Like I said, I felt like I could have played that game a lot better, and I felt like my prop was a little bit lousy, especially with like, forgetting what's its face sharpness on Samurott. But that's pretty much that. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching. I've been actually doing pretty well. I think I'm on a little streak, so I'm really happy about that. And I'll see you guys in the next one. So have a great one, and peace out. If the mic caught. I wonder if the mic caught that. Alright. Bye.